This section is called, In a World Where DEI Feels Too Woke, How Can We Continue to Work? And I'd like to say hello to Himangini Khanna. She's the Global Head of Employer Branding at Epidemic Sound. Himi is an expert in what makes employee talent tick through impactful messaging and inclusive employee experiences. She drives the strategy and initiatives to enhance brand awareness and recognition among tech talent. Hi, Himi.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Pleasure to have you with us. Before we dive any deeper, can you please tell us about your role?
Yeah, so I currently head up employer branding, but actually inclusion has very much been part of many of my recent roles. Starting off with internal comms, I ran that during the pandemic, huge learning curve. But actually it was all about bringing leaders and employees closer together and making them feel seen and heard by each other. Then I ran the people experience team, which is all about taking care of the full employee lifecycle. And that is where inclusion was really front and center. You know, making sure we were creating experiences, not just for one group of employees, but for all of them. And now doing employer branding, I mean, inclusive workplaces is seen as a hygiene factor. It's very much expected from talent that if I come here, I will feel included. So yeah, my job is to make sure that we are perceived that way.
Amazing. At the heart of it, it's people and connection. So you recently shared something with me that I found very powerful. You told me that while many people fear the momentum around DEI is fading, the truth is that the real work is just beginning, and we don't need fancy strategies to create deep change. I love that framing because it's really hopeful, so thanks for sharing that. What are some simple everyday things we can do right now to keep building an inclusive culture while waiting for a big program or a policy to kick in?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think we're seeing a lot of companies right now ditching their fancy DEI strategies. And of course, that makes people worried. But I truly believe that strategy is just words on a piece of paper. You know, it's the day-to-day actions that you take that really create inclusivity. You do not need the mandate of your company to foster inclusivity. You do not need the mandate of your company to be a kind, welcoming, supportive colleague. So, and with that, I do see a lot of companies right now, you know, keeping their DEI strategies and activities quite separate to the business's day to day. And that's complicated. They need to be intertwined. It needs to be embedded. I'm currently the leader of the People of Color group at Epidemic. It's an ERG. And I got a fantastic idea from one of our members. Her name is Kai. Maybe she's watching me. I don't know. We wanted to give a nod to Ramadan. And at this point, the company was really fatigued with, you know, these big cultural events or, you know, something quite big and fancy, or we didn't really have the resources. And so we decided, actually, we have this first impressions area at Epidemic, which is basically the front desk. And we kept a box of dates and a little sign from our group just explaining what Ramadan is and what the dates signify. And it was really well received. Employees, would come into the office as they normally do, stop, look at the sign, smile, learn something new, maybe take a date. And also our employees who celebrate Ramadan felt really seen and heard. So it was very much going into the day-to-day of the Epidemic life rather than pigeonholing something. So yeah, I thought that was a really nice way to bring it in. So it's not about these big things we need to do. It's the small stuff. It's the day-to-day things. It's being a good person.
It's in the details.
Yeah.
Thanks, Himi.